Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, yesterday was a super duper busy day.
Yes.
We got a ton done, though.
Yeah, we definitely put it in yesterday, that's for sure.
Yeah. So yesterday morning I had to run off to town. Gary and I took two separate vehicles because I had to go to a dentist appointment. Yay,
Yep.
right? But I did the thing, I got done, and then while I was in town doing that, Gary went over to David's with Come On Homesteading.
Yep.
And he helped him out a lot with Drew's lens, and the boys really put it in over there.
Yeah, I wasn't able to go over to the dump because I realized what time it was. I was all, I need to get over there and I need to be there earlier so that way we can do whatever else needs to happen first before the concrete gets there. So I was like, nah, I'll do the dump run another day.
Yeah, it's all still on the to-do list, but that's all right. We'll just keep loading it up.
Pretty much.
We'll just keep loading it up.
Pretty much. I did tarp it down though.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, good job. That way nothing's flying out the back.
Nope.
Yeah. But man, I showed up over there after my errands in town. I did meet back up and went over to Come On Mountain, and I helped out with the filming. I didn't really help out too much with all the work that was being done. I did a little bit, but
You got it in there with the trowel.
I did, but I didn't, I left it to y'all. And I was like, you know what? Too many cooks in the kitchen type of a situation, and I will be better suited with my strong suit, and I'll just work the cameras and be there for cheerleading and moral support.
It was a good time. I mean, it was the typical, guy construction crew banter back and forth. It was a fun time. It was a really good time. Not stressful at all, at least for me. I mean,
Poor David.
I was like, ain't my slab.
Hey, we've been there before, man.
Yep.
We've been there before. There were some hairy situations that were definitely brought up, but I would say that you guys worked it through, and you guys worked it, and I ended up having to leave before Gary. I got there later than Gary, and I had to leave before Gary because I had to come back, and the kids were getting home from school, and I wanted to be here, and Anthony was sick yesterday and stuff, so I didn't want to have all of the kids over on Anthony and Roxanne. I wanted to be here for them, so I did end up having to leave. But when I was leaving and when I left, it was already shaping up to be looking really, really nice. Yeah. And David did send me some text pictures last night, like right after Gary had left. Yeah. And man, it looks beautiful. Yeah. You and Drew and David knocked it out over there on Come On Mountain. You guys did a great job.
It turned out really, really good. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah.
Talk about working it. We probably worked it way more than we needed to, but man, talk about working it.
Cannot say that you didn't put in the work yesterday. I'll just say that. You cannot say that y'all didn't work, because it was a lot of work.
Man.
It was a lot of work.
I think the truck left at like 1:30 and we weren't done until like right about 7. Mm-hmm. It was like that whole time of just, all right, let's work it as much as we can. We're like, all right, let's just let it dry a little bit.
Let's work it some more.
Work it again. And we kept back and forth. But and my heart goes out to those concrete guys.
That do it every day for
block,
everything.
work, anything like that has to deal with concrete. Like, my heart goes out to you guys.
It's a delicate process.
It's a delicate pain in the butt of, constantly got to stay on it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm glad that it wasn't, hot or anything like that, or like it made it to where it cured super quick.
Yeah, it was a good mix.
But it was a good all around mix.
Yeah.
And we just had to work it.
And the driver was a lot better than the drivers that we've had in the past. Definitely was listening and paying attention and was doing a very good job. So I know David is super duper happy that he can now move on to some of the next steps. He's that much closer to a bathroom, that much closer to having his pump house and everything all complete, and all the stuff that he's going to be doing over there. I mean, he's got big plans for that area, and I can't wait to see him do it, because I know he's going to do a great job for it.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be, I can't wait, because that now gives him such a good leg up.
It does.
And a spot to go, and it's, he set that thing up right.
He did.
So now it should be an easier you'll be able to get that done pretty quick.
And his whole area, it's not small. It's a big
No.
area. Like our well house that we're doing is like a micro tiny well house compared to his. His is like Taj Mahal. It's beautiful. It's big, but it's not just a pump house. He's got so much plans for that area. It's going to be like his whole water station, kind of situation going on, which is going to be great, especially for his whole setup on his mountain. It's perfect. I guess kind of going back to our well house and everything. So the Grady's were out here. You guys saw that video. We did get several of the blocks up. We got 4 up. We have 6 to go for our well house. So we're actually going to have to be laying some block today. Gary and I are going to fire up old Betsy and get out there and get it to work on it today. We do have to wait for it to warm up just a tad because we woke up this morning and it was like 35, 36 degrees outside.
Yeah.
And the old case with the mortar, the whole story of the mortar, just like last year, you can't do it when it's too cold. You have to have it at least 40 degrees or above. So we're kind of waiting for the sun to peek out just a little bit more. Maybe another hour or so, we'll be able to go outside and start mixing.
It's supposed to be, upper 60s, lower 70s today, so it should be a beautiful day today.
We'll be able to get it done, but we just can't go out right this second. We have to wait for the sun to actually fully pop out because the sun just barely started coming over the mountain, so we just need to wait just a little bit longer because that area is super shaded too. So
it's all right. We'll be able to get on it here in just a little bit, and we'll be able to section off some stuff right away. Like we can go out there and work on other stuff. Before we start hitting that. So we got to get that area prepped too. 2 blocks,
2 rows to go up today. And I know that, when me and Gary get working on the block, we're like a well-oiled machine. We've done it so much with this whole building. So it's kind of just like riding a bike, Gary was kind of poking at me when we were working with It's All Grady. He's like, you going to remember how to do the mix? I'm like, it's like riding a bike. I got this. And he was watching me, eagle-eyeing me, and then as soon as I made the first batch, he was like, yeah, you got it. I was like, yes, I do.
That was a great mix.
It was.
Both mixes were great.
Well, like I said, it's like riding a bike, man. You do it this much.
Yes.
We're not professionals by any means, but you have this much practice with it, you don't forget.
When the professionals always say it's all about the mud, it's not a lie.
They ain't lying.
They ain't lying. That makes the job be able to go so much quicker and easier.
And I've learned by making terrible batches of mud. I've made those terrible batches where it's too wet, it's too dry, it has rocks in it. I've made those batches, and then I've seen Gary struggle with those batches. And I just, you don't want to do that. And it just goes so much faster and smoother when you do it right. So I've learned what to do, what not to do. And again, we're not professionals by any means, but we do know a thing or two about it. And I'm confident that today when we go out there and slap it all together, we'll be able to get those 2 rows up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It's me and you. We got this pretty quick.
It's pretty, and those 2 rows, it's what? 9, 10 roughly per row.
Yeah.
So 20 blocks.
Yeah, you got that. We'll be done in a couple of hours. And the majority of the time is going to be, again, mixing the mud and, making sure everything's plumb and level and square. You always got to go off on that. So that's all very time consuming. But once you actually have it mixed and you're slapping the blocks down, Gary does it pretty quick these days.
Yep. I'll be able to get her going, and then I'll be able to cut those pieces, get those in, and then hit it again.
Yep.
So
we're hoping today to be able to finish our part of the work for the well house. I know Anthony and Roxanne, they're itching to get over there and cap it off with the roof and the door and get it finished, just because next month it's supposed to start really being cold all the time. At least, the trending for our area. And this winter, we're all expecting all over the country, I think all over the world, because of that polar vortex or whatever, we're all expecting an extra cold, long winter. Yep. So we definitely want to get that done before it actually is here. So
it's already, it's getting closer and closer.
And then we can have it behind us and we can continue working on some of the other stuff that we got to do here inside the basement. The last couple of weeks, as you guys know, have been great. We've been hanging out with a lot of friends. We've had a lot of company out here. Like Jaylena came out and It's All Grady came out. And then we had Drew's big family get together, his welcome home party, and we've been very, very busy though. So, and then it was just me coming off of being sick. So now that I'm feeling better, we got kind of all the company and visits and stuff kind of out of the way for a little while. I know that we're going to be pressing forward on a lot of this finishing stuff here in the basement because Gary is just like itching to start on that garage. He's like, let's do it. And I want to do it too. We're all ready to do it, but again, we had other things planned, you know.
Yep.
So
it's coming down the line. I mean, hey, I'm just happy that we've got as far as we did right now.
Yeah.
You know, and now everything else, it's going to be able to easily smoothly get done. You know, it shouldn't be a huge disaster headache or anything else. Everything's lining up perfectly.
Yeah,
and
I would say
with
so
our
too.
our timeline of what we want and everything else, everything's starting to come down to that nice timeline of yes.
And it's so much less stressful now too. And I know for me personally, like just having the space of being inside the basement and being able to get some more normalcy, like with the kids and the routines and dinner times and, you know, like just being able to have that has taken such a huge burden off of me. And it's made everything so much more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Just like even the work that we have to do, it's just so much more enjoyable because I'm less stressed out, you know?
I feel you on that.
So
I feel you on that one.
Everything's been working out to our liking. And I do have, so I regret to inform you.
Huh?
I regret to inform you guys that we don't have a video for you guys today. That's where I was gonna go with that. What? What's going on now? Yeah, we don't have a video to post for you guys today because we did work really hard over at David's yesterday, and then we got back, and then it was the nightly routine of showers and dinner and all that stuff, and
this week's
pooped.
been a little crazy with the weather too.
Yeah.
And it's just been,
So,
a little tidying up here and there, and we didn't really want to film that.
No, I didn't want to film, and like a lot of you guys want to see, you know, like the fireplace and see how everything's all set up, and I want to show you guys. But again, earlier in the week we were talking about how we had drug everything out from the trailer in here and it was just a big bomb. I didn't want to film when it was just a big bomb because then you guys can't really see, you know, everything. So this week I did clean pretty much everything all up. I got most of the stuff organized and where it needs to be. So we will be showing you guys this new digs here inside the basement in tomorrow's video.
Yes.
As well as it's going to be a show and tell. So we're going to be showing you guys all of this stuff inside the basement, but we're also going to be working on the well house. I'm going to try to maybe combine it into one video. I don't know how it's going to turn out until I actually start editing what we have.
Yeah.
Because you want it to make sense. You got when you have a lot of random footage and you just try to kind of piece it all together, sometimes it makes editing a little difficult. Other times it goes super smooth. So I don't really know. My brain has been so scattered. I don't know how it's going to go yet, but I'm sure it's going to be good. And we'll have that out, whatever we get today, and mixed in with some of the stuff we took earlier on in the week. And I'll put it out for you guys tomorrow. I was trying to do, and I am going to still continue to try to do 3 videos a week for you guys on Simple Life Reclaimed. But as you guys know, with all the company and stuff that we've had going on, it's been a little difficult for me to put out the 3 videos a week. That's why I've just been doing the 2. This week, unfortunately, you guys are just going to get the 2. You guys got the one earlier this week with the Grady's, and you guys are going to get one tomorrow. But I know that we have a lot of stuff we have to do this weekend with like the filters for the basement. We got to do the filter and the filter house.
We've got a lot to do.
Yeah.
So the biggest issue is that we're fighting the weather.
Yeah.
And today is the only day that we're going to be able to do it. So.
Yep.
We've got a lot to do today.
Yeah, this weekend it's supposed to be super rainy and yucky, so all the concrete mixing and all the mortar mixing and all that kind of stuff that has to be outside has to be done today.
It's got to be done today.
Yep.
Get it all squared away so that way it can cure and do what it needs to do, and then we can start building the filter house once the weather goes away and everything else, and we can start putting those in.
Yeah, I definitely want to get the filters on as soon as we can.
Oh yeah.
But But yeah, we got a plan.
We got stuff going on.
We got stuff going on.
We gotta do what it do.
Yeah.
And get it done.
And we're gonna do what it do.
Get it done.
Yeah. The kids this weekend is kind of the only weekend like before Halloween and stuff. And so like there is a haunted house, but the weather is supposed to be so nasty this weekend. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do any of that with them just because it's supposed to be really rainy.
We'll see what happens with the rain.
Yeah.
You know, it was supposed to be raining today, and
then it pushed back.
So
So who knows?
who knows what's going to happen?
Wacky weather.
Yes.
Wacky weather. But we are going to be doing if when we can't work outside, there is plenty of stuff that we have to do inside still. I don't even want to say it, but we do have to do the mudding and the taping and the drywall inside the bathroom. I do have to still paint in there. We got to secure those cabinets to the wall. Like the bathroom really kind of needs our attention. But it doesn't. It's still functional. Like we could go in there and shower and do what we need to do. So it's functional. We could use it, but it's not finished. And I do want to finish off that room because that's the only room here.
I would like to get the toilet paper roll where it needs to be.
Hung up, and I know.
The towel hangers, and I just haven't hung it because I'm gonna have to remove it to mud it and paint it, and
Yeah, we got to finish it. We have to finish it.
It's like I don't want to even put it on there.
I know.
But
I know.
We got to get that finished.
There is stuff inside like that we have to finish, and
now that we got that cabinet too, it's pushing me a little bit more to finish that bathroom.
Yeah, because before it was like, well, we still need to get stuff, but now we don't need to get anything. So
I just need to get off my butt and do it.
Yeah, well, we have time this weekend. It's going to be raining, and I mean, with the mudding, as you know, you tape and mud, and then you got to wait, and then you got to sand, and then mud again. I mean, it's a 3-day process, so we might as well start that 3-day process.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right. I know, it just sucks. I don't want to be right about it. I don't want something I don't want to be right about.
Oh, we'll get it done.
I wish I could just go and have it done.
I know.
But
trust me, I wish I could do that.
It doesn't work that way.
Unless cabinet's going to be a little interesting.
Unless you put the work in.
No. It'll work. Yeah, it'll work out. It'll get her going one way or another.
Yeah.
It'll be done.
Yeah. So we definitely will be filming today. I'll be editing tonight. You guys will have a new video on Simple Life Reclaimed tomorrow. We're going to keep filming this weekend, and you guys will be seeing us again on Tuesday. So I did change, if you guys didn't notice, I mentioned it before in past Real Talks, that we changed our uploading days. So usually the schedule I would like to be on is I would like to be uploading on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, just so that way it keeps my weekends off and it gives me time to actually work physically doing the labor and then also work at night doing the editing and stuff, and it keeps me having plenty of family time and weekends and everything with the kids and all that. This week obviously is going to be a little different because instead of making y'all wait till Saturday, I'm going to post it tomorrow. So it's going to be Friday. But then next week, I'm going to try to get back on that Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And I'm going to try to keep it that way to the best of my ability. When we have company over and things get kind of jumbled around, well, that's life. And we got to kind of post accordingly. Kind of go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
No stress. I'm not stressing over it. I know you people watching this video right now, you guys ain't stressing over it. You guys love us and tell us, don't worry, and so I take your guys' advice. I'm not worried, I'm just informing. I'm just letting y'all know. So I am a little hungry though. I want to get a bite to eat before we get out. Yeah, and we have just a little while because I could see the sun starting to.
Well, I have a feeling it's probably at that temperature now.
Yeah.
It might be.
Maybe.
Because all it's got to go to is 40.
Yeah.
So we're talking about 4 degrees.
It might be.
That sun is perfect. I know when I was driving over to Kermans, you could see all the frost on the grass and everything turning into steam. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all like misting up.
Whoa.
Now that's neat.
I didn't know what was going on. I was like, did somebody like start something on fire? Like I got closer, I was like, oh, I know what that is.
Yeah.
I seen that before.
It's the steam.
The sun's hitting it.
Just right.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do though.
Yep. And Anthony and Roxanne, so you guys, thank you so much for sending prayers for my brother. I know that they are going to be doing a daily vibe today. So if you guys did not know, Anthony and Roxanne with Country Road Cure, they also have a little side channel where they update you guys on what's going on with their build, what's going on with their day, and then they call it the Daily Vibe with Roxanne.
Yeah.
And you guys should go check it out. But I know that he's planning on doing one for you guys today. They did put out a video for you yesterday. He edited yesterday, even though he wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
Yesterday night.
Yeah.
Or
Yesterday.
day before.
There's a
yesterday
video
night.
out.
I think it was the day before yesterday night, and then he like worked himself too much because we were talking with him this morning, and then he was like, "Oh man, yesterday was just so bad." He was just like hunched over, just feeling so bad. So, but he is feeling better today. He walked down to the bus stop with us and the kids this morning. We got to have our 41.36 morning meeting and discuss all the things that each of us are doing. That's something that we do together every morning. We all get up, we all walk the kids down to the bus stop, and then as us adults are walking up from the bus stop, we all have like our little powwow, and we talk about like what me and Gary are doing, they talk about what they're doing, and then we talk about what we need to do together. And I know that they're excited to get to work on the well house too, but they are also trying to get themselves sleeping inside their house.
Yes.
Because they're still sleeping inside the trailer, and they're close.
Yes.
They're really, really close. So I'm super excited for them. They're right there. But I know that they want to finish up their portion of the well house too, so that way none of us are left without water.
Yeah.
Water is life. So.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So they're going to be busy with that. But I want to send you guys over there and check them out this morning. Send them some love on their new post.
Yes.
They're going to be uploading soon if it's not already up. And I want to thank you guys for all the prayers and well wishes for my family and for my brother for his speedy recovery, because although he was down and out for 3 days, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
And he's feeling much better now. So send him all of the love and prayers and good vibes. I'm sure they're having a good vibe this morning on their daily vibe.
Heck yeah.
But me and Gary are going to get out of here. I got the rumbly and the tumbly, and we've got a lot of work we got to get done today. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Stay tuned for new posts on Simple Life Reclaimed, and we will see you guys tomorrow. So until then, guys, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.